Assalamu alaikum everyone, my name's Farah Halabi and I'm a professional Muslim and life coach, and I'm speaking to you. If you are a professional Muslim woman who identifies as a doer, a problem solver, a fixer, the go-to person, the one who makes everything a-okay, makes everything run tickety-boo for everyone, be it her family, her kids, in her business, her colleagues, in her professional, personal. She's just like google.com thrown in with the yellow pages, Ask Jeeves, if you can remember that, just knows and has a way forward for everyone. Is the one that has the answers, is the one that is invested, really invested in helping others, achieve their potential, and gets a real kick out of it, gets a real sense of satisfaction, and who has for the longest time known not much else, identifies truly, thinks that it's actually ingrained in her DNA that she is that go-to person, the fixer, the one that just does stuff, that gets the job done, that has the answers, that can see a way forward when others around her are a bit lost. She's like a torchlight showing the way, but not just any old way. She's got great answers, great solutions, great insight, and she cares. But all of that takes an awful lot of energy. It takes an awful lot of her resources, of her time, her mental bandwidth, her life force, to the point that she is giving, and every so often thinks, hold on a sec, what about me? But then pushes that to the back of her mind. No, can't, no, it's all right, okay, I'm just going to trudge on. But it gets to a point where, because she has been known as the doer, the fixer, the go-to person, the person that gets the job done, that just knows what to do, and it is so much a part of who she is, so much ingrained, so integrated in how she shows up in the world, that she then begins to define her worth. What if she doesn't fix, do, get stuff done? Who is she when she's not doing that? Where is her worth? Where is her role? Who is she? Being anything other than the person that keeps going, that gets things done, that knows the answers, that can see clearly, that wants to help, that she becomes, she just becomes tired. She becomes exhausted. She realizes that she is out there busy, caring for, nourishing, nurturing, giving to everyone, and she has nothing for herself. Now, if that sounds like you, or if you resonate or recognize that, either within yourself or in someone you know, who is that doer, who is that go-to person, how does that make you feel? And what is it that you are doing all the doing, fixing all the stuff that needs fixing, being that go-to person? What does it feel like for you? Who do you identify as? when you're not doing that, if you're not called upon to do that, if you are not expected of to do that, if you are you, not the fixer, not the doer, not the getter, doner, you. For the amazing ladies that I work with, that's a question that many of them don't want to even entertain, don't want to go there, can't do it. It means something. It's too much to even contemplate. But we do go through it. We have a space, and what comes up is different for everyone. But essentially, it's a feeling of, it's how they see themselves, how they identify. And when you are trapped in that personality trait that was made up in the first place, that was created, that was invented, that you may have kind of fallen into, but it wasn't a preset program that you were born with. Personality traits, and I'm going to go off on a little bit of a rant now, but I was at a seminar a couple of weeks ago, and there was an amazing speaker, mashallah, really amazing speaker, motivational speaker, who has had great success in her professional field and helps organisations and women all over the world. And there was a personality test that was done in the first part of the session, and I did an imaginary, in my mind, massive eye roll. I didn't actually do it, but in my mind I was eye rolling for fun, because personality tests, they only tell you what you're thinking about yourself at the time. It really depends on how you feel when you fill out the tests. You could fill out the tests at various different moments in your life, moments in your day, but depending on the level of consciousness, thinking, feeling you're at, the answers to a personality test are going to be very, very different. And we were not born pre-programmed with certain personality traits. We are blank canvases, wholly capable, creative, and able to develop, create personalities, traits, quirks, our own sense of self all the time. But when we fall into and we get trapped by a certain personality trait that means something for us, that either defines us, that gives us value, that gives us worth, or that we think we should have, that keeps on chugging along, that does stuff, we can't see ourselves outside of that. And then we begin to think, well, that's just who I am. But it's not. It's not just who you are. Be who you want to be. That's the great thing about this beautiful gift that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you, gave us, gave all of us, that elevates us above all of his other creations. Gift of free will, power of choice, the power to think, to work things out, mull things over. So if we need to be a certain personality type, if you go around thinking, oh, I'm just not that type of person, a bit shy, I'm, just not very confident, or no, that's not me. That's not me at all. But in your life, it's required of you to either, I don't know, if you think that you're an introvert, and there have been times in your life where you are called upon to talk to people, to converse, to be around the unknown. If you are trapped by that definition of yourself, that self-imposed title of introvert, shy, not confident, just not that kind of gal. You will still have to go out there, converse with people, do stuff that extroverts do. So who is the person doing that? If you are a self-titled introvert, or a self-titled shy person, or a self-titled just not that kind of person, I know that's not a title, but still, if you need to be a certain way, if certain scenarios, I'll give you an example. I was working with an amazing lady, mashallah, who had recently begun to feel quite anxious, to the point that the anxiety was causing panic attacks, which rendered her like just rooted to the spot, couldn't move. But yet she had to travel for a doctor's appointment. And the thought of getting on a train at rush hour completely freaked her out. But she did it. And she hated it, but she did it. And because she was trapped in this sense of can't do it, but she made herself do it, she got there, went to the doctor's appointment, came back, didn't feel as bad because she was coming home, but she did it. By being told that she was anxious, that she'd been told that she would have problems travelling. She did, but she had to go, and she went. Now, without the constant, I can't do it, I've got anxiety, I can't do it, but I've got to go, but I can't do it. There's a lot going on up here. To the outside, she's fine and dandy. She's living her life. She's, getting on the train. But in here, she's screaming. In the arenas of your life where you are called upon to be various different personality types, various different traits, to exhibit or to play out different ways of showing up that go against what you think you are. Because again, it's all created, it's all made up. No one tells you at birth. It's not like you've got this like a book of okay, you are born a introvert, extrovert, shy, not confident, booming in confidence, hater of celery, not great in a crowd, loves a quiet space. None of that. Over time, the way in which you show up in the world, the way in which you define and feel your place, your worth, your value, that is wholly made up. It's not consciously made up, but it is created by you. You are a creative being. If we are creating the idea of personality traits and then feeling trapped by them, feeling constricted by them, feeling we can't operate outside of them, if we created them in the first place, and we are creative beings, we have the power to choose, to think, to process, to mull things over, to make sense of the world. We can create the necessary personality traits, other personality traits, different personality traits. We can change to be who we, not just who we want to be, who we need to be, who we can be, but we have that ability. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that He won't change the condition of a people until we change that which is within ourselves. This is the bit we can change. So back to, sorry, it went off on a little ramble, but back to, if you are feeling that you are a certain type of person, that you are just, that you are a fixer, a doer, the person, the go-to person, that you have to keep going. You're the one that is the either, you know, the nurturer, the one who is great at, I don't know, dealing with family conflicts, dealing with relationship issues, dealing with problems at work, dealing with your employees, dealing in your business, dealing with your family, dealing with stuff. Just generally that person that always gets stuff done. And you are trapped by that identity, by that title. And it's all getting a bit exhausting, frustrating. Because when do you get to be helped? When you need stuff done. You're the go-to person, but who can you go to? You're the one that fixes everything, but who helps you? If you're the one that is, you know, the one that sorts things out, what happens when you need a bit of help? How does that impact how you see all of these people around you, all of the situations around you that you give so much to? What about you? What about the times that you're feeling exhausted, frustrated, resentful even? You have to do all of this. Who says? Who says you have to? Who says you have to be the doer, the fixer, the one that sorts everything out? What does it mean for you if you're not? Who are you when you're not fixing things? Who are you when you're not sorting things out? Who are you when you are not the one that everyone goes to? Who are you? Now, I know I've been talking for an awful long time, but I'd love to know what comes up for you. Because I help the wonderful ladies that I work with to answer those questions and more, uncovering who they really are, helping them connect and integrate and bring all of their awesomeness, all of their amazingness, all of their quirks, their foibles, their flaws as well, laying it out bare for them to see that they are a beautiful mosaic, a beautiful patchwork of capability, and that they have the greatest gift, the gift of being able to choose, to make choice, free will to decide how they enact that gift in this world. That they don't have to be trapped in that identity that they made up in the first place, and creating from a foundation of who they are a life, a person, being that person in the life that they're living that they want, being the person and living a life that they love. And if you'd like to know more, then by now I think you know where I am, you know how you can contact me, but just in case this is the first time you've stumbled across me, my name's Farah Halaby. I'm a professional Muslim life coach, and you can connect with me via email or direct message, DM. You can DM me, and you can join my wonderful group, Prosperous Muslim Health. Oh my goodness, I've forgotten what my group is called, but I'll pop the link in the comments. But you can connect with me there. I'll leave you with that last question to ponder. Who are you? Who are you outside of the roles, identity, characteristics, personality traits that you have created about yourself? Who are you under that? Who are you really? Let's have a chat. Let's have a chat to help you. I was going to say some more, but I think I've been talking too much now, but I'm going to let you go. Enjoy your evening. As always, I pray that you are safe, well, happy and healthy, and inshallah I shall be on for a shorter conversation next time, inshallah. But for now, take care. Assalamu alaikum.